in the last 2 years, I've seen a clip of this particular black man by the name of Nick Davis, who at the time that I saw him on social media was married to 2 Caucasian women. And what was different about this situation was he had 2 wives, but he is not the provider. They were the provider for him. And of course, people were going around saying that he was a bum. You know, the women that he had didn't look so good and all of that. But now there's another 3rd white woman in the picture. And they all work while he stays home and takes care of the kids. Now, this is an interesting situation because most guys in polygamy are the provider. And obviously he's not that. But in the same light, he's black, married to all white women. And for a lot of black men, this is a very interesting turn of events. And I'm going to tell you exactly why it's an interesting turn of events. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to play a clip of Dr. Umar Johnson talking about this, and I'm going to come back.
Black men date white girls because you don't value black women. And if you don't value black women, you also have very little self-esteem as a black man as well when it comes to race. You may have a lot of self-esteem athletically. You may have a lot of self-esteem economically. You may have a lot of self-esteem socially. You may have a lot of self-esteem academically. But when it comes to your Africanity, you have low self-esteem. If you believe that the black woman is less than the white woman, you also believe the black man is less than the white man. You can't have it both ways.
So guys, the reason why I want to play that, because what Dr. Umar Johnson is saying, as a pro-black, I do feel that there's a certain amount of truth to it. Maybe not always, but there is a certain amount of truth to it. But I do want to talk about, you know, the issue here with Mr. Davis. And the issue is, it's not even that he has 3 wives while he's not doing anything. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. But clearly, he has women that are making more than him, and he's still getting their respect as a man. That's why he's able to add on more. He's able to lead even though he's not the breadwinner. This is something in American culture that you don't really see. You're definitely not gonna see it in the black community. And I just want to talk about that because that is where we're always going, right? Dr. Umar Johnson has talked about, you know, if you're a black man, you know, you're not, you know, you're selling out, dating other women. And I mean, I can understand what he's talking about, and I can definitely get what he means. Like, I understand it. But in the situations where, let's say, for example, a black man might not be as educated, but let's say, for example, he's in the blue collar, or you have a woman that, you know, feels like he's doing better. We've seen too many examples of black men feeling emasculated for the fact that, you know, this woman is doing better than him in some form or in some way. Whereas in this case, and although I do not agree with the setup, I believe as a man, you should never let a woman take care of you. I don't care who you are. I just believe that. But look at this situation here. And I'm not saying that every woman is the same. But what I'm finding out is for black men who are dealing with other ladies in different cultures, they seem to have, you know, they get more respect, even if they make less, from other groups for the fact that they're still men. They're more likely to be able to still have a leadership role in the house. And can we be honest and say that a lot of black men in America, hell, even if they are the ones that are leading in the house, are making the most money, it's hard kept to see that these guys are still getting the same sort of respect. And when guys see this, I don't think guys are looking at this saying, hey, I want to be the next black man with like 3 wives also. I don't think guys are looking at that. What guys are looking at this and saying, well, this is a vindication of what I felt, that outside of black America, I'm going to get more respected in white America or in other groups of the communities, right? That if I go to. And here's another thing in the room, the elephant in the room. Black men like to size other black men up, although we don't want to say it, right? We're looking at this guy and, we're looking at his mannerisms, how he talks, how he acts. And we're able to process one thing, that we do not believe in America he would be able to do the same thing, having 3 African-American wives that would be working and taking care of him while he stayed home. We all as brothers are saying ain't no way in hell he could pull that off in Black America. He just could not. If he didn't do that route, if he didn't widen his scope, he would be a dude married, if that, to one woman, if that, or not divorced. But now the fact that he's able to go out there and expand his horizons, well, what am I doing? Because hey, if he can do it, why not me? I'm sure many black men are thinking that, if they haven't thought about it already. And that's where, the Pandora's box starts. Because once you start going there, then here we go with the passport bros conversations again. Here we go with all of the other stuff, right? And now we're generating all these different ideas. And what black men start to think of, you know what, man, I'm really complicating my life sticking in one box. And I can get more even if I have less. Now, this guy, I'm not going to really insult the brother, but, I don't think he's a very successful man, maybe now. But when black men look at it like, hey, if I were to do that in Black America, I'd have to be a rapper. I'd have to be an athlete. I'd have to have all this. But do I need to have all of that if I'm going to be living, amongst some chicks? Or do I need to have all that? And then once black men start having those conversations or start feeling like that, that's the beginning of the end. Whenever black men feel like there is a better opportunity someplace else, and that opportunity is feasible, that's when we're in trouble. That's where we're in trouble. That's when the community is in trouble. And instead of telling like, hey, okay, well, in Black America, you don't have X, Y, and Z because of Y. We're not saying that. We're not telling the people. We're going to be real. What we do in Black America is we say, you don't need to be dating that white girl because she's white. Fair enough. Got it. But you're not telling anybody else, like, this is the reason why she needs to compete for you as a man. She needs to offer this value to you as a man. We never say that. We say everything else but that. We don't say anything else. We have no problem with telling black men that, you know what, you're anti-African or anti-black, but then when it comes to dating in our community, we're not even producing the people that black men would be interested in long-term a lot of times, to be honest. And I'm not even talking about this guy. Some people gonna say, hey, he's lazy as bum. All right, whatever. What about the others saying the same thing he's saying? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.